Hey everyone, I'm Sagar Sapre and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this episode of interview series, I had a conversation with Raghav Sharma, who got placed into Cisco, and in this video, he talks about his whole interview process and much more. If you aspire to get into big tech companies, watch till the end. Hello Raghav sir, thank you for joining with me here, and how are you doing there?
Well, everything is great, and thanks for inviting me.
Yes, sir. And so, first of all, how is life at Cisco, and are you enjoying the work culture there?
Well, there's just one word to describe the life at Cisco, and it's awesome. And yeah, just simply awesome. So, I had many of us had a question about how will the culture be and how will everything be. And for us, like new graduate, it's very difficult to transform our life once again from
Yes,
school to college and then college to the corporate world. So.
yes.
Uh, Cisco is very supportive, and people here are very, very helpful. They let you learn everything and anything you ask them. So yeah, that's very good.
So that's like open work culture there.
Yes, yes. Everyone is so friendly. We can do anything. We can ask for our interest. Like, I am interested in this work, so can I get a part of it? And yeah, everything is very, very easy there.
Yeah, that's great. So let's talk about your placement. So was it on campus or off campus?
Well, I was selected through Ideathon, and Ideathon is basically a competition all over India. So there are only the students are only eligible from few colleges where there is connection with the Cisco.
Okay.
So our college, Kanganga College, was one of them, and through the Ideathon process, I was selected.
Okay. So like Cisco only selects the colleges which are connected to them through network academy.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So what was the hiring process? I mean, number of rounds and all.
Okay, so there are, I think, 7 rounds at our time. So in each round, there was elimination. But the first round was preliminary test. It was very basic questions of LR and technical questions, and it was, I guess, half an hour test. And many of us were selected in that round. Then the second round was video submission round. We were given three problem statements, and we have to come with a solution, and we have to provide that solution within 90 seconds. We have to create a video, and we have to present our idea in 90 seconds and submit it. We were given 4 days for it. And then soon after that, the third round was a psychometric test. So it was a very general test. There were, I think, 25 questions or something, which we had to answer in 30 minutes. And those were normal life-based questions, that how will you react to this and how will you react to that if it happened. And then the results were announced after 10, 20 days, I guess, and we were selected in that. And many were selected after the video submission round. And then came the fourth round. I think in that round, many were eliminated, and it was simple objective type questions. I guess 25 questions were there, or 26. I'm not sure. The last question was coding, and the rest were technical questions. The technical questions were a bit difficult, and coding question was also very difficult,
Yes.
and I was not able to pass my test cases through the coding question, and I thought that my journey is ended here for Cisco. But then I got selected in that. I was selected for after the fourth round. We were separated into different, we can say, um, groups. The
Okay.
first group was CX, customer experience. The second one was software development,
Okay.
and the third one was IT.
Oh,
In our college. We were selected in three groups.
okay.
So for now, I'm talking about the CX because I don't know about the rest.
Yes.
So after that, we were having three interviews. The first one being technical, second managerial, and the third one was HR.
H. Okay.
So first one was very, I can say, very lengthy, and it was approx 45 minutes to 1 hour. But the interviews were very, very nice because it was my first interview, which was for that much time period. So yeah, they made me comfortable, and then they started the interview. There were two people asking questions, and they asked approx 30, 40 questions, I guess, and all were maximum was related to networking. And then after they have completed the networking part, they came to the subjects which I wrote on my resume. And I think, yeah, they asked for operating system questions, data structures, and I guess, yeah, that's all. They
Okay.
asked a riddle too. Yeah, they were asking riddles for one riddle from everyone. So yeah, after completing that, we were having the, I guess after 1 or 2 days, we had our technical managerial round, and in managerial round, they were very short interviews, approx 20 minutes, and they asked about our hobbies, how we manage things, and
Okay.
few questions about networking, and that was all. And after few hours only, they asked for our HR interviews, and they didn't even rolled out the result. Just they called us and, yeah, you come to the interview, and we don't even know which interview we were giving.
Okay.
And for that, then as soon as we joined, they told us that we are starting your HR interview. And the interview went very well. They gave us the idea about the company, the package, and everything. And after that, they asked few questions regarding networking again, and then they just told us to wait for 6 7 days for the results, and that's all. So that was the whole 7 rounds, and after 6 to 7 days, the result came, and we were selected.
So it was quite a like 2 month journey. The hiring person 2.5 months.
Yeah, I guess the first round was started in September 7th, and the last round, the interview round, was on 6th of November,
So
and the result were after 7 days. So yeah.
that's a lot of time. And means is it normal to have that? Like you said, your technical interview went like 45 minutes. It is
Yeah.
normal to have that much, or this interviewer is curious to ask more and more questions.
No, no, it's very normal because um, I think that the longer the interview, the more the interviewer will know you. So it will be better for you because if someone is giving you 5 minutes and they are saying that impress me, so it will be very difficult. And if someone is giving you 45 minutes, yeah, you have 45 minutes and you can impress me in that time. So it's very relaxing, I guess. So they make you relax and you don't even feel that we were sitting for 45 minutes. So yeah, that's good.
So, like in the interview, if you are given a question and you're going through the process of answering that particular question, coding question, so did interviewer helped you in any way by hinting or anything, hints or anything?
Oh, they don't try to. They just make you comfortable and they just sit around and wait for your answers. They are not like, tell me now, tell me now.
Okay.
So, yeah. And if you are stuck somewhere and you have given 2 to 3 words and you are fumbling, then yes, they will give you the word. Are you searching for this word? And yes, you will get the hint. But that's not very common.
So if I ask you, so the whole process was it difficult for you or was it really great experience, like average?
Well, if you are not uh, passed through a round, it will feel very difficult. But
Yes.
as soon as you have crossed that round, you will feel, yeah, it was very
Okay.
easy. Okay,
Yes.
so we can't define it as difficult or easy. It is dependent on the time at where you are sitting.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a very big time period. I can say that 7 rounds, and if you are eliminated at any one of the round, if you are eliminated at the last round, then you are at the same stage.
Yes.
So yes, it's difficult, but as soon as you pass the
Yes.
round, it feels
There's a
very easy.
there's a relief.
Yeah.
So, it's a thought about every college student how to apply to a off campus, like off campus placement, and where to apply. Everyone says LinkedIn is the key, but how to apply on the LinkedIn, that is the question.
Well, the first thing is if you want to apply for a company, first you have to Google it and go through its official site, not this random sites they
Yes.
are telling you to go through this link and submit your resume. Not like that. uh, let's take example of Cisco. So you can go to its official site and you can submit your resume and you can select for which role, how much experience you have. If you are a new graduate, there is an option for new grad also.
Okay.
So you can select it and you can submit your resume there. And if your resume is shortlisted, then they will contact you and they will tell you about the further interview rounds or whatever the rounds are. And same goes with other companies. You can search for any big company and you will search for off campus. They will also tell you the questions that ask for or the areas they focus on. So like there, I think that's the good approach everyone should follow.
Okay. So, do you think, during off campus placements and all, LinkedIn plays a big role?
Well, LinkedIn is a very good tool to know someone and to make connections. Okay, so that connection can make your knowledge grow.
Okay.
For example,
Yes.
uh, you are a person in some XYZ
Yes.
company, and I am placed at Cisco, and I want to know that what is your profile, how you are performing, or what knowledge you have. If I am interested in like web development, and you are also in web development side, so you have knowledge in React.
Okay.
I want to learn React. So I will contact you. It will
Definitely.
uh, it will be a good communication.
Yes.
And then I also get the knowledge that yes, I can go through this approach to learn a new
Learn.
technology. So yes, it helps a lot. But for me, during the campus time, it didn't help me a lot
Okay.
for campus selections. But yes, for knowledge perspective, it is very good.
So let's go to your college time. In the development side, were you a front end development or back end or both?
Well, I was the one who always tried to be at the both side because I was a very curious kind of person. I want to know how things are working. Okay, so I was the one who will design the tables, everything in the database management system, and I also want to be the person who takes a part in front-end development
Okay.
because I want to know that how things work. Simple. So I was on the both side
So like
in every front.
that quick curiosity always grows your mind in the both
Yeah,
side.
yeah,
Like we also during my induction, you were the speaker and you told us about you created a club, the coding club of our college. So
yeah.
what was that like? When did you open that club?
Okay, so I started the club Hello World, and I with my friend Jay Davani, we started club, and it was for everyone's growth. We were not thinking like we know very many things and we want to pass it. We were thinking that if someone comes with any question, then we have to learn it. If we don't know, we have to know it. We have to search for it. We have to solve it, and then we have to go with the solution to the person and give it to him and make him or her understand that if you know anything and you can explain that thing to someone, then you know that pretty well.
Pretty well.
But
Yes.
if you are not able to explain to someone, then you need to work on that thing.
Okay.
So with that idea, we started that club to help us as well as our juniors, so that we can all grow together and do something in our life.
So before like getting into Cisco, did you have any soft development experience in the college?
I worked on many projects since second year. I was less in the classrooms than in the practical
Okay.
rooms and the labs. So yes, I worked on many projects. I have knowledge regarding data structures, DBMS, web technologies, operating system, and many subjects. So yeah, software development. I was pretty well in it, but um, I was not able to crack that coding question in the fourth
Okay.
round.
Yes.
So because of that, I was not able to go into software development side.
Okay.
But I like networking also, so I pursued it, and yeah, that's all.
Because Cisco is like the only company, the biggest company of networking.
Yeah,
So that's the
it
best part of Cisco.
yeah.
So basically, if you had to suggest the students, like when they are starting their development, so what would they start from? Like front end, like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and all, or back end languages like Python, Java, and all.
Okay, so like let's talk about web development here.
Okay.
So I guess everyone should start with front development, because uh, as soon as we start anything writing code in front development, so we see changes happening. For example, let's talk about HTML. So we are writing hello world or anything, we see it display in the screen. We can think like, yeah, we are creating a website, so it gives you motivation. Okay, so that motivation drives you further in the technology. But as soon as you start coding and you are doing everything in the back end, you are not seeing the results, because you can see only the front end.
Yes.
So if you are not seeing the results, you will get demotivated. Like, what is this shit? Why we are
Yes.
doing this? So for that, I think front development is very good for
And
starting.
like college students in the second year starting the back end, it's very frustrating when you complete the 1 year and you're not seeing the results in your projects only.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That
Yes.
if it's visible to you, then you will be motivated, or else you will just leave that project and go for searching something else.
Yes, and if we talk about like making projects, people find it difficult, students find it difficult to make a team. So
Yeah,
it's really great. Like if you know both the ends, you can at least start your work, and the people can
yes.
join.
I guess if you are starting something, you will find the right person on the way itself. You will not have to search for it. Like I just had one friend who was with me through every project.
Yes.
Okay, so we were the even now we are selected in the same company, and
Yes.
we are going through the same journey. So it was very helpful for me that I found such a friend, because if you are sharing your journey with someone,
Yes.
and every project you have worked on has give you some potential
Yes.
and knowledge, then you can discuss that thing with someone.
Yes.
Okay, so that is very helpful. So if you find yourself a friend or a colleague who is very helpful and who has the same thinking like you, then you can progress in any way.
So, in your the whole of your hiring process, there were questions related to your subjects. Yeah, like the first year subjects or second year, third year subjects, like operating system, system architecture, and all. So
Yeah,
there were.
yes. I think they were the subjects which I wrote on my resume after networking. So, like I told you in the interview process, technical
Yes.
interview process, they asked me about data structures and operating systems, and they had many questions regarding these two subjects. Uh, I guess they asked about DBMS and all also, but there were not very many questions on that. So in data structures also they asked about linked list,
Okay.
and they gave me the question about a simple question and linked list, and they just wanted to know the logic behind it. They didn't say to write it and show it. They just want to know the logic, which I will try to solve that
Okay.
question.
So because I like in college, I've seen many students going into development, but don't really focusing on the subjects right now. So they should focus on the subjects.
Yes, they should focus, but I guess the practical knowledge is more important here. If you
Okay.
learn the theory part and you can't do it practically, then what's the use?
Yes.
Okay, so you have to be practical in, engineering students, I am saying. You need to do practical more than theory. And if you are good at practical, you will automatically be good at theory. For example, in my case, I was also the one of people who was in projects and all, and not focusing on the subjects. But I am the one. If for I'm talking about myself,
Yes.
if I sit in any class in my college, I will know what's
Yes.
in it.
Okay.
I'm not just absent-minded and just playing around or anything.
Yes.
I knew what was going on in the class, and with that, I was on the practical side.
Okay. So now we talk about like soft skill and all, like communication and aptitude, reasoning. These does soft skills help you get into a company?
Sure, it does, because
Yes.
it's all about your communication.
Okay.
If you have much knowledge, you can know more about anything. You can know about web technologies, you can know about software development skills, everything. But you can't communicate and tell me your knowledge. Then how will I know that you know all these things? Okay, so the communication is the main or the primary part of an interview or any hiring process. Because if you can't communicate, you can't tell the person sitting in right front of you that you know these many things and you can work on these many things. And in the corporate world, communication is all that matters, because you have to communicate with your colleagues, you have to communicate with your manager, you have to set your priorities, you have to tell them that yes, I like to do this and I like to do that. So soft skills are major part
Okay.
in the hiring process, and even after selecting in the big organizations, you will get the training about soft skills. So it's the major part, and I guess everyone should start focusing on their soft skills from third year itself, because in I guess in the August period of the third year, start getting our companies. So in the 5 to 6 months, we have time to focus on our soft skills, because it will take us further anyways.
Okay, so if you have to give suggestions to students who are applying right now, like in second year, third year, like internship, should they do unpaid internship or not? Like there are many unpaid internships.
I am the one who did unpaid internship, because uh, I was not focusing on internship very much. I was focusing on learning.
Yes.
So I found a company, and I saw their syllabus of what they will teach us and what will they do in the internship. So it was like Python, data analyst, and machine learning, and many things. So I focused on two courses, Python and data analyst,
Data.
and I was not aware of Python till my third year, I guess, starting of third year. And because of that internship, I learned Python in 2 days, and then practiced it a lot. And today also, I am Python lover, I can say, because Python makes life very easy, and I'm very interested in writing codes in Python. And yeah, so internship is all about learning,
Learning.
not paid and unpaid and these things.
That's great. So, lastly, what would be your suggestion for the students, for the viewers, basically for the placements? Either it's on campus, off campus, to crack these companies like big tech companies.
Okay, so as I said, theory is important, but you need to have practical knowledge. I guess the most important thing in my journey was that from the second year itself, I was focusing on practical rather than theory. I was not very good at studies,
Okay.
but yes, I was very good at practicals. I can solve anything, and I had very analytical thinking. Plus, I was curious about things. These were the characters in me which helped me to go and pursue things which I think of. Okay, so these were the things which any engineering student should know, should have, because being curious can drive you anywhere.
Definitely.
And the second thing is that motivation. Because if you are motivated, you can do anything. And if you are not motivated, you will leave everything and go like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. Okay, so if you are motivated, you will be further than everyone around you because everyone lose motivations with time.
Yes.
For example, let's take a placement journey from July onwards to, I guess, February, March.
Yes. February, March.
So in these months, many got selected, and the ones who are not selected gets demotivated and don't even try to go for big companies. They think very less of themselves. But that's not true. There is luck also involved. Maybe you know very much, but you can't express yourself. You have to work on your soft skills. Maybe you can express yourself, but you don't know what to say to
Yes.
someone. You have to develop your technical skills. Just focus on yourself rather than comparing yourself with each and everyone that he got selected in this company and had a package of this much, and I am selected in only this company and I have very less package than the person. So that's not very good approach for placements, or I should say for life.
Yes.
You can't compare yourself with anyone else because they were not living in your shoes and you were not on them.
Yes.
So just stay motivated, focus on yourself. And the third thing I should say is start preparing a resume from second year itself. As soon as you will achieve anything or you make some project, you just update it because many times you will forget little achievements you have came across and you will not write it in your resume at the fourth year or third year. So start preparing from second year for the campus. Don't get too pressurized with people, with your peers, but start focusing on yourself, and just be yourself because it's your journey, not your peers. And just stay motivated and yes, be practical. That's all.
Yes. So, like the resume is, like you said, is the major part. Either it's on campus, off campus.
Well, the resume is the single sheet of paper which is going before you.
Yes.
Okay, so someone is judging you with that single sheet of paper, and then they are contacting you if they are liking that paper. So, yes, that's very important. That's a most critical part of hiring process
Yes.
because if you don't have a good resume, you are not selected anyways.
Yes.
Okay, so you have to have a good resume and you have to be truthful about your resume. You can't just write, yes, I know everything, and at the time of questioning, sorry, sir, I can't recall it, and that sort of thing. So, yes, resume is very important.
Like you should not be the jack of all trades, but
Yeah.
king of one.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you so much, Raghav sir, for joining with me here. It was really nice talking to you, and all the best for your job at Cisco.
Thank you, and all the best for you and everyone viewing it. Uh, Good luck for the campus, and yes, thank you for inviting me,
Thank you,
and
sir.
we'll see you guys.